If you're running an accounting firm, you know the pressure is always on. So today, we're going to talk about the single biggest upgrade you can make to not just keep up, but to get way ahead. We're talking about combining cloud technology with strategic global teams. It's a real game changer. So let's do a quick reality check here. On the left, you've got the old way, the then. Manual data entry, dusty physical ledgers, teams that had to be in the same office. It just sounds slow, doesn't it? But then, look at the now. We're talking automated workflows, powerful cloud platforms, and global teams that give you access anytime, anywhere. This isn't just a small step forward. It's a completely different world. So that's the goal, right? But the big question is, how do you actually make that leap? How do you get from that clunky, office-bound past to this super efficient future? Well, that's exactly what we're about to lay out for you. Okay, the first piece of this puzzle is the cloud. And it's so important to get this right. This isn't just about using some remote software. You need to think of the cloud as the absolute bedrock of your firm. It's the foundation that makes everything else we're going to talk about even possible. So what does building on that foundation actually get you? Well, it unlocks a ton. All of a sudden, you can access financial data from your laptop, your phone, anywhere. Your teams can collaborate in real time, no matter where they are. Your documentation can become audit-ready automatically, which, is a massive headache solved right there. And you can scale your entire operation without ever having to sign another lease for office space. It completely changes the rules of the game. But here's the thing. A great foundation is kind of useless without a powerful engine to sit on top of it. And that's where the people come in. If the cloud is your bedrock, then a smart, strategic, global team is the engine that's going to drive your firm forward. Now, global team isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of thing, and it's important to know the difference. You've got two main models here. On the left, nearshore. Think of teams in similar time zones. This is perfect for when you need that real-time, back-and-forth collaboration to solve problems quickly. On the right, you've got offshore. These are teams in different time zones. They become your 24/7 powerhouse, crunching through high-volume tasks while your local team is asleep. Two different tools for two very different jobs. Of course, the moment we talk about global teams, the first question is always about security. And look, it's a totally valid concern. The answer is yes, this model is highly secure, but only when you do it right. With things like strong encryption and role-based access controls, which basically means people can only see and do what they absolutely need to, you build a system that's both a fortress and incredibly efficient. All right, so that's the theory. But what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's dive into the model in action and see how this combo of cloud tech and global teams can solve some of the biggest headaches you deal with every day. Let's use tax season as the ultimate stress test, right? Here's the new workflow. Step 1, your cloud tools streamline and automate all that painful data collection from clients. Step 2, your offshore team grabs that data and does the heavy lifting, the actual return preparation. And that frees up your core in-house experts for Step 3, focusing only on the high-value review and client strategy. So what's the payoff from that new workflow? Well, for starters, you get way faster turnarounds, and clients absolutely love that. The workload on your senior staff gets cut way down, preventing burnout. You get standardized, audit-ready work every single time. And maybe the biggest win of all, you get predictable timelines, even during the chaos of peak season. You're basically swapping stress for a system you can rely on. And hey, this isn't just a one-trick pony for tax season. Think about your back office work like accounts payable. You can use the exact same model, cloud platforms and offshore teams, to handle all those routine invoices. What does that do? It frees up your local staff to focus on more complex, more valuable client-facing work. It's all about applying the same powerful logic across the entire firm. Okay, I know what you're probably thinking right now. This sounds great, but how in the world do I actually do it? So let's walk through your blueprint for success, a clear 5-step guide to actually put this powerful model into practice. This 5-step process is really your roadmap. First, you have to map out your current workflows. You can't fix a process you don't really understand. Second, standardize everything. We're talking templates, checklists, anything to ensure consistency. Third, lock down access. Those role-based controls we talked about, crucial. Fourth, train everybody all the time. This is not a set it and forget it deal. It has to be continuous. And finally, number 5, you have to monitor your performance with KPIs. You got to track your metrics to find bottlenecks and make sure the quality stays high. And I really want to pause on this for a second because it's so important. This strategy isn't just for the huge multinational firms. No way. This approach actually levels the playing field. In fact, it's often the smaller firms that see the most dramatic gains, because this gives them access to a kind of scale and efficiency they could never afford on their own before. So, as we start to wrap this up, let's bring it all home. The future of accounting is truly combined. This isn't a choice you have to make between technology or people. The most successful firms out there get that they are a single, powerful strategy that work together. Look, if you take only one thing away today, let it be this. It's a simple metaphor, but it's powerful. The cloud is the foundation. Your global teams are the engine. You can't have one without the other and expect it to work. But together, they create a high-performance machine that's built for growth. So what does this whole thing actually deliver for you? It means you gain the ability to scale up without the constant headache of hiring. You create processes that are predictable and consistent, which means fewer errors and a huge boost in efficiency. And all of that leads to the things that really matter: happier clients and real sustainable growth potential for your firm. Which really brings us to our final question. This isn't some forecast about the distant future. This is happening right now. The tech is here. The global talent is ready and available. So the only real question left is your firm ready for what's next?